Hey, good morning everyone. So, had more questions on the JPX RV PROSEAL tips. So you can put wide beads of caulking down like this on RV roofs. Got a new 2-inch tip and the standard 1.25-inch tip. Question's been, will it work with Dicor? So, brand new tube of Dicor. Take the tip. On Dicor tubes, works pretty good. You can put the tip on, you can kind of see where to cut it off. You want it in there about a half, no more than about 3/4 of an inch, so to about where the flare starts. So right there, pretty much where the taper stops on the Dicor. Cut the tip off, puncture the end. Yes, I know the caulking gun has a thing on it right there, and I put my hand in it every single time I use it, so I find something else. In this case, a welding rod I had laying around. Alright, so install was push and twist. That puts it on. Safe to put the knife up. We're going to run this at full speed on the Ryobi caulking gun. And this is self-leveling lap sealant, white in color, 501 LSW1. So let me move some stuff out of the way. We'll add to our caulk thing here. Full blast. Alright, so will it work with Dicor? Absolutely. Full blast. See the tip holds. Can't pick the caulking gun up with this one. Depends on how you put it on. The other tubes I use, you can literally hold the caulking gun up. But what I wanted to do is take that off, get the 2-inch high flow, put it on. Again, 1/4 turn twist, full blast on the caulking gun. You got to go a little slower because there's a whole lot more sealant coming out. I say slower, you got to keep up with it too. Alright, so there's the high flow tip. Again, I don't know if it actually holds the gun up, so that's how well they stay on. And that's full blast with Dicor. If you want to change from 2-inch to 1.25-inch, you can just pull them off, give it a twist, and go back to that other tip, just like that. So we've used almost almost a whole tube of Dicor running it at full speed, so it won't blow the tip off. Let me slow it down and finish this little spot because we're going to waste the whole tube anyway. Just like that. Now this ain't pretty because I wasn't looking for pretty. I was looking, does Dicor work? Yes. Let me move the camera closer. Excuse the wiggle. But there is the results of using Dicor. Now what you see in the background is a silicone. Let me move over to the tube. So this is a silicone product I use. Some new Mars require silicone. I know people don't like it. I use it on my personal rig because it has no maintenance. But I know it's hard to get off. Dicor cracks over time. You can peel it off, etc. But I want to see, they say that Dicor won't stick to silicone, silicone won't stick to anything. I want to see how well this adheres tomorrow. Find out. I know I have put this sealant, the silicone, on top of Dicor and it stuck real well on my personal rig. So I'm testing it on the personal rig first before I would recommend it to a customer. I want to see long term how it works, and it needs to be on something that's not, that you're not going to have to remove. You don't want to use it on skylight because they have to be replaced. But for the front cap, back cap seals that generally don't get replaced, they get maintained, might be a good idea. Now, last thing on the PROSEAL tip, leave it on the gun. You can take it off, you can move it tube to tube to tube throughout the day, but leave it on the tube at the end of the day. If you've got some left, the next day it'll set up in the tip and you should have fresh caulking in the nozzle. Another tip I'll give you on the nozzle, if it is set up, put some pressure on the gun and take some pliers and squeeze the nozzle. You can push out the dried caulk because generally it's still good sealant right here, a ½ inch away from the tube, thereabouts. If you squeeze that with pressure on the gun and squeeze it with a pair of pliers, it'll push out that, it breaks it loose and it'll push out that plug, and you can reuse the tube. I've done this on some silicone I use over and over and over again because I need a dab here and a dab there. And I've been using that tube for almost a year, and I squeezed it so much the nozzle cracked on the end. But I have another nozzle we're developing that you can replace this with and have a smaller end on it. So if you do have to cut your nozzle off too far, and now you want to put a small bead of caulking down for some reason, or sealant, this new tip that we're developing, you can put it on there just like the PROSEAL and have a small 1/4 inch hole on an angle that you can do caulking with the same tip. So if you get one that's clogged up, you have to cut it off with a ½ inch, and to get it cleared up, but you got 3/4 of a tube you want to reuse, this new tip will help you reuse it and save you some more money. I was asked, can you reuse the tips? I really doubt it. I'll bring this over here. That is completely full of Dicor. I don't think you would be very successful cleaning it out, and you know, for the cost of a couple dollars, bill it to the customer. That's part of the job. An expendable piece. So that should answer everybody's question on the Dicor. Also want to plug our JPX RV hose drainer for our sewer hoses. Saves you from having to handle the hose when it's uphill. Put that under the hose, pick it up, walk with it, drain your hose. They're available on our website, jpxrv.com. Also have the water heater flush kits. Suburban has a coupling, so if it's male or female on the drain of the water heater, you can use this to fill it up with vinegar, 3%. Fill it with vinegar, let it set overnight, turn it over, drain it out in the bucket, sanitize your water heater, get all that scale out. As Todd Hansen said, that little wand that you spray up in there does nothing. So there's another one for Suburban, same thing, fill it up with vinegar, shut the ball valve, let it set overnight, turn it over, drain it out into a bucket, fill it, drain it, fill it, drain it, you're good to go. All flushed out, but just like cleaning a coffee pot. So guys, that's all I got. Works with Dicor, no doubt. Thank you guys for all the purchases. And if you got any questions, contact me. Thanks.